Mike Evans on his new quarterback situation. It's almost like he had to, choose what he wanted to say here very, very carefully because he likes both guys, but he's happy to have Tom Brady. Here's his quote. If we didn't get Tom, then obviously we were going to keep Jameis. I don't know for sure. I'm not the GM. I'm not a coach. Obviously, I wanted Jameis back because that's my bro. The opportunity to get Tom Brady, that's Tom Brady, bro. That's the greatest of all time. He's a franchise changer. He's about to change the franchise. Nate, how right is Mike Evans? I mean, Jameis led the league in passing last season. They have chemistry. How much does swapping out quarterbacks change the Buccaneers?
It changes everything. As much as I can appreciate Jameis for the amount of yards that he threw for, you have to think about it from a wide receiver's perspective. So if you're Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, you have success. You're two of the best receivers in the game. It seems like week in and week out, you're out there balling out and not getting the praise for it. But then when you look back at the season, you look at all the missed opportunities. People point out those 30 interceptions, and rightfully so. If we as media members can say, well, Jameis went 30 for 30, and those 30 picks really ruined his consistency, then what is a receiver thinking on the flip side of that? He's sitting back saying at the end of the season, we could have been even better. We could have dominated even more, maybe even made the playoffs. I remember my second year in the NFL playing next to Randy. Randy goes down with an injury, and I put up those 1,000 yards. And afterwards, people were patting me on the back. They were excited, and I had just scraped over 1,000, so it wasn't like I was at 1,500. And I remember a coach coming up to me, and he was like, I know you're not happy. And I was like, well, what do you mean? I had 1,000 yards in my second season. He's like, yeah, but what about all the mistakes you made? What about the balls you dropped? What about the routes where you didn't get off the line of scrimmage versus press? What about all the moments that you didn't take advantage of? And I started to think back, and I thought, man, if I did 1,000 yards in my second year, and I was pretty novice, what's going to happen when I'm healthy and I'm in year 5, year 6, year 7? So that's kind of where Jameis and Tom Brady, they're different in that sense, because Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are looking back saying, what happens if we play with a quarterback that is consistent and puts the ball where it needs to be more times than not? That's what Mike is saying.
It also changes everybody else on the roster, not just Godwin, not just Evans, but now Levante David becomes a household name. Now Devin White gets his moment in the sun. Now Byron Leftwich, an offensive coordinator, has all eyes on him, where he suddenly becomes a head coaching candidate if the Buccaneers do well. It just rises everybody up, and it puts them in a different conversation. The Buccaneers played one primetime game last season, one. And it was on week 2 against the Carolina Panthers. And you guys don't remember it because it was early in the season. There was a rain delay. It was a forgettable game against Cam and Jameis. Now they're on 5 different times in prime time. They're the biggest premier game on Sunday afternoon, week 1, when they start things off in New Orleans. They are a household nationwide team right now. For better or for worse, we will know Chris Godwin. We will know Mike Evans. We might know 20 guys on that team because we are going to be force-fed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what Tom Brady does. He's going to be in your television set every single week. And you bet it's not just on the games. We're starting our show 7 a.m. in the middle of May talking Tom Brady, and it's going to be like that all season long.
Starting the show with a Mike Evans quote, just like always. I can't blame Mike Evans for talking, though. Can you imagine how giddy he must be having to live his entire football life with Johnny Football and then Jameis, who obviously they've done some great things, but it's just so helter-skelter. And now he's got Brady, guys. And let's look at the Bucs offense. Historically, they've never been cool. Don't get me wrong. I like Warrick Dunn and Mike Allstott. It's always been this plodding dink and dunk. We all got, Tom Brady Bucs jersey. I never had a Josh Freeman jersey. I never had a Mike Glennon jersey. I never had a Chris Sims Buccaneers jersey. It immediately has sizzle. It matters. And I'll tell you something else. Let's just look historically for a second at the Bucs franchise and why this changes everything. Peter, can you name me the Bucs' last playoff win? Never mind. The delay is too long. I'll tell you. It's Super Bowl 37. Wow. That's the last playoff win they had against Rich Gannon, who has been in broadcasting for 15 years. The last time the Bucs were even a playoff team, Nate Burleson was a Seahawk blowing up Macklemore's FaceTime and begging for a collaboration. That's how long it's been since they've even sniffed a wild card. So they are in, they matter. Look, I don't know if they're going 12-4. I have no idea. But we're talking, there's sizzle. Peter's been calling them America's team. They are.
He only changes the franchise if he wins there at the age of 43. You guys tell me, when Michael Jordan went to the Wizards, you guys love The Last Dance so much. Did you guys watch every Wizards game? Did he change the Wizards inside out? No, because he wasn't really successful there. The team wasn't successful. You know, the Wizards stayed the Wizards through Michael Jordan and after Michael Jordan, right? So to me, he has to make an impact in the form of winning, in the form of. Did you? Did you guys watch it? Do you guys remember
Michael Jordan
the Wizards?
in a jersey?
Did he change the? Riddle me this.
If
Does
Michael
that
put
mean
on a
he
jersey right
changed
now,
the
I'd watch
Wizards
every game.
Did Michael Jordan? Did Michael Jordan
no.
change the Wizards? It's not about watchability.
No, I said that all the time. But when you ask, did you watch every game? There was something about Michael Jordan where I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. And to Peter's point, that's what it is like with Brady in a Bucs jersey. But Kay, you're right though. If he doesn't win, then it's all for naught. It's like, oh, that was cute. I guess he finished off his career in Tampa. But if he wins, now that's a different narrative.